Alright everybody, we're back for a quick review of my thoughts on the John Deere Quiktrak 652R stand-on mower. This is, as you can see, a 52-inch cut. It's running the 23.5 horse Kawasaki, which I believe is the FX730. It has the Michelin X Twill turf tires on the back, and it has the mulch on demand kit, which is, there's your door. You have an actuator motor here that operates to open the door up and down. So gas can, your spring-loaded platform. This has the springs underneath right there, so when you step on it they come in contact with the bar. So your deck height adjustment right here, pin style, just pull your pin out, select your height, knee pad. Got your deck drop. This is just you pull it back, and it releases, and then you pull it up, first click locks it in place. This is your switch for your mulch on demand. You push it back, push it down this way, it opens the flap up for side discharge, or you push the other side here and it closes it up to mulch. It's your ignition, your PTO, throttle, choke, parking brake, just simple push pull style, and let's see, it's running the no flat and the solid rubber casters in the front, so no pneumatics on this at all. It has the removable spindle and pulley covers on both sides, so you can twist the little locks here, and I believe there's one right there on the front, and there's half on either side, so you can take that out. You lift this up, you can get to your hydros by taking this right here loose. Take this panel off, get easy access to your hydros. There's your fuel tank, which I believe is a 5 gallon, 4.5 gallon capacity. Here, easy to read fuel gauge. So you've heard me mention that on the Skag, which had one like this, and the Bad Boy, which did not. So overall, this is a very nice machine. The steer handles are, as you can see, a little wide if you really want to look at it, a little better on the front, but these are a little far apart, but not too bad. One other thing that's a little quirky for me, in my opinion, is the fact that all of your controls are up under your handles instead of back here, about like where this switch is, kind of along this area where they'd be a little bit easier to access instead of having to reach under the bar. So as you can see, it's got 13.9 hours on it. It had 9.7 hours on it when I picked it up. So battery box is here. Again, just twist the lock, lift it up, battery's inside. Little drop compartment here, you can put gloves or a little piece of trash or stuff in there. It has your assist casters on the back, so if you tend to pop up in the front, those will help kind of settle you back down. Let's see. Again, 52-inch cut, 23.5 horsepower, plenty of power. Has a good cut quality to it. That's very similar to a Wright standard intensity or standard I believe is what this is kind of patterned after. You have your deck assist spring on this side. Parking brake stops here, so when you release your parking brake, it comes off. Pull it up, it goes back. So good speed. It's got plenty of forward speed on it. The mulch on demand works very well for mulching up the leaves, or did some magnolia leaves. You'll see I've got some footage of that, you'll see. And there's your other deck assist spring on this side. It's a pretty smooth ride. It's not as comfortable as a ride, I guess. I'm gonna go over a couple things that I'm not the biggest fan of. I personally do not like the deck level pin or deck height pin being down here in the fender, with the way this handle is set up. I think that they could have put it up here and just did one solid piece here where you had it go down, and the pin was in a frame or something, kind of like it's on the Skag. So not the biggest fan of that. Like I say, it's just something that I'm not too keen on. Not as comfortable a ride as the Skag. It is a spring-loaded platform, but it is, once you kind of get settled down on it. The Skag had two big, almost like hood springs or deck assist springs, one on either side, so that it kind of tensioned out as you pulled the spring out. The spring supported it. These have kind of like a coil spring underneath. So, and again, one thing that I just think limits it to a degree is the smaller tires. These are actually even smaller than was on the Skag V-Ride. So we have a 24 by 12 by 12 on the 54-inch 920. The Skag V-Ride had a 24 by 9.5 by 12, and these are actually an 8.5 by 10, I believe. Let me see if we can find that right there. So again, they do a good job, but I still think they're just a little small for my taste, my thoughts on that. So very solid built machine. It's as with most John Deere commercial mowers. So you've got easy access to the oil filter and the dipstick here. There's plenty of room to get to either one of them back here. So easy access to the air filter. And that's kind of everything on it. Let's say overall it's a good machine. So if any of y'all have used this, let me know what you think, and comment, like, subscribe, and thanks for taking the time out to watch.